merely just say that education is the key for me. And education is why I am part of GEN and honored to be so as your Africa coordinator, and part of being your ambassadorship for GEN as well. But I also play the role of educator in many other facets. And one of the key things we know as educators is we need education. Education is key for us to be able to build our children, but build ourselves. Education doesn't stop at any specific age. And what is the way for us to be educated is to be able to access the internet, access technologies, the new technologies, access media in itself. But we must recognize and be aware that this human privacy, which was discussed yesterday in full, is sometimes a very innate way. It is disturbed by people invading our privacy via media. I have myself been subjected to being a subject of cyberbullying, for example. I've had people make up lies and posters of me on social media. So the comeback from that is merely to learn to stay in your lane, to keep doing what you are doing. And I know cyberbullying was discussed very well yesterday, but we know that we have got to keep going with what we do. What we do is key for us to make the difference in the lives of many of our people across the globe. But we know that the media and technology and the use of the internet is key for our youth to build themselves, our youth to grow themselves, and for us as adults to keep learning. Because I myself, personally, I'm a lifelong learner. I will continue learning different subjects, different ethics, different methods, different ways of learning, because I myself would love to teach these new ways of learning. So I won't keep us too much, take too much of more time, but we must remember that the benefit of this technology, the benefit of the media is that we will just be able to keep networking. We'll be able to self-sustain. We'll be able to learn more about ourselves via such education. And we have to thank such platforms as today and GEN, such groups, such organizations as GEN, because this is the means of which we will be able to get more acknowledgement, firstly for the groups, the organizations, as well as ourselves, and we'll be able to learn more. And us learning more as individuals is the key of how we can learn to be able to give off more to humanity, firstly through our communities, then through society, and then of course building our nations. This is what we have to do. Because for me, for example, to build Africa, I cannot just build Africa. I have to make sure my community is seen to. The children in my schools around me are seen to. So the key is for you to be aware, be more aware of you. What is your stance on media? What is your stance on the human privacy and social media? How is it affecting you? How important is the internet to you right now? And I'm going to close by giving the floor to my daughter, Azra, who is also part of the GEN platform. And she will speak a little bit about the youth and the development of this in the schools and the internet itself. So I will hand over to Azra now. And thank you, GEN, and thank you, Muhyiddin and Corina, and thank you to our listeners and to our speakers. I'm looking forward to listening to our speakers today because I will be able to learn more as well, because we all never know everything. We keep learning from each other as we share together. So I leave it to Azra now. Assalamu alaikum and thank you.
Okay, so first I would like to greet everyone and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everyone around the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Always know that you are loved and just be yourself. Now, I would like to hop onto the topic of media. Media is important for all youth in schools, especially internet. In my school, if we don't understand something, the teachers, they would teach it to us, but if they have like something that they don't know, they'll Google it, and then Google actually helps. Now, Google is a platform of internet, so we use mostly internet now in our everyday lives. Internet is key for our research as children and for educational purposes, because if, say, for example, you're given a project the night before, you don't know what to do, you haven't done any research, nothing. What you do, you just go to Google, type in what you have to, and it comes up. And there you go, your research is done. That's how fast internet works these days. And lastly, I would end off by saying I am so and happy World Internet Day, everyone. And thank you, GEN. It's an honor to be your General Secretary for Youth and your ambassador. Thank you.
So thank you so much to everybody. Thank you to the organizers of this event. And thank you so much for allowing us to speak today because we missed it yesterday due to connectivity issues. But yes, it is an honor to be part of GEN, part of the GEN family. We're looking forward to listening to our fellow speakers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Mehreen and your lovely daughter. Both of you have, spoke wonderfully. We really loved your presentation. And the way you speak, I mean, it's really very good. Being a linguist, being an English teacher, I am very sensitive about the intonation and the pitches of the sounds. And I really like the way you have just delivered your speech. Thank you very much. And there is no doubt, Dr. Mehreen, there is no doubt that nowadays connectivity through this virtual world is really very much significant. It is more powerful as compared to the physical, meetings and all that. And they must be very much, personal, and they must be, you should be, I mean, the person who has been using all these devices or the internet, he or she must be very much careful about its security. That's really very, very well, delivered. And self-learning in all the process, I mean, this is one of the major things you have discussed. Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much.
Walaikum assalam. So now we will move on to our next speaker. I have to check with Vilma. Vilma joined us or not? Vilma, are you there? Okay, so Stella Ferris. I don't know whether I have pronounced the name correctly or not. Stella is in our...
Vilma and Stella join after sometimes. Vilma just message me. She will come. Okay, you can next. Go to next.
Okay, can we call Dr. Rudra?
Yes, Dr. Rudra joined with us.
Yes, Dr. Rudra. He's. Can I see where?
Hello, namaste.
Oh, thank you. So now it's easy to introduce you. Dr.
All right.
Rudra.
Thank you so much.
Gimiri. Yeah, Dr. Rudra Gimiri, if I have pronounced your name correctly, I'm really very much scared about the names, that yes, must be pronounced correctly. Gimiri.
Your pronunciation is correct. Gimiri.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Gimiri is from Nepal, and he is currently, he has been working as a visiting professor of, at Kathmandu University since 2021. He is the coordinator of curriculum development, Committee of Economics, and he has been working as head of RFI Nepal chapter. Doctor is a rostered expert member of Policy Research Institute, and he has delivered his keynote speeches in 59th, 67th, 71, 73, as well as 75th Summit. We have the honor to have Dr. Rudra with us. I would not go for a long profile because he has a long profile at his credit. So Mr. Rudra is in front of us, and we would like to listen to you.
Thank you so much for
my pleasure.
Narrating my short credentials. And thank you again for inviting me at this forum. First of all, I would like to put my gratitude to President of Global Education Network, Corina Mem, and all the team members. I'm very much excited with you all, scholars and participants. Here today and yesterday, we are celebrating the Global Media and Information Literacy Week 2022, Media and Human Privacy in the 21st century. And yesterday we were going to tell on that topic. And today we have another topic, that the role of global media and importance of literacy. I need not to introduce myself. It's me, Rudra Prasad Ghimire. However, I just say. And today, particularly, here is a subtopic: the use of new technologies and media literacy in the schools. It's a very vibrant topic. Today we are discussing on this. The Global Media and Information Literacy Week has a greater importance these days. We people gather here celebrating these practices, or say celebrating the paradigm that has been shifted because of the technologies. Technology emerging with the dawning of the civilizations. The generations have contributed in innovating the technologies and its application as well, either in the society, outer society, or in the schools, colleges, or universities. The global medias that are coming because of the globalizations and innovation on it. And very informative, means are used in school classes or college classes or the university classes, so that students, they are feeling new technologies and also experience a newness, how to have educations with these technologies, since that are developed with digital applications, and newer technology that also affecting the PREEM students. We can see that the pros and cons of technology means in the classroom, when we use, either we teachers or the students use, that we experience a bit, or we see the grand transformation. This sort of transformations we are having through using software or the hardware technology used in the classroom. For the soft tech, we have to be trained. We have to be skilled, because the employability skills depends on there. We have enough resources. We have enough informations that we have to be materialized and disseminated to transform the coming generations or transform the students. It's a role of the teachers as well as the students. They may use these technologies and finally feel graduated from the schools or from the college or the universities. So the use of technologies is growing in the classroom, and both artificial intelligence and the learners, they actually facing the challenges in managing their mental capacity as well as physical capacities, because they are learners and they are the cognitive skill achievers to improve their academic performance. So technology is helping in one side rapidly in learning. Students, they are promoting collaborations in the classroom with their teachers in learning cases. The technology is providing students the countless opportunities. But what we say here is that the technology is not enough, and use of technological means are not applied everywhere because of the limited availability of resources. Most of the remote areas, students, they are not having or friendly with technology, class-friendly technologies, or some teachers who are teaching in remote schools, they are not having quality education. So this time, UNESCO and Global Education Network providing opportunity to be aware of this flat program. The flat social medias are helping to have quality education, quality informations, quality collaborations in providing educations. We are providing non-cognitive skills. Yes, of course, in the classroom, we have cognitive skills, achievement, but these days, this type of effort, this type of celebrations, equipping students with online resources, encouraging them how to do assignments, how to listen the key things, the key ideas that given by the teachers or the experts, to be independent. Because the students, they are the independent resources, independent learners, independent informants. That's why I'm emphasizing that students, you listen what actually we are passing, what information we are giving. So teenagers, students, or youths, or whoever, they should have the media literacies. We emphasize always, and this is related to what actually the understanding of medias and the role of medias in the society. The outer society, beyond the classroom, you might have different scenario. How to contextualize that? Because you are in having the behavioral education. So media and information has a greater role in providing essential, skills necessary for, how you critically think, how you analyze. You're not only the learner or listener, you are also a researcher. That's why I'm saying that you should have the quality of the analysis. You should have the self skills that you can easily, think. You might have, certain innovative practices, or you can see sometimes, the way of creativity also. That definitely ensures all needs of, democratic society. And you can expose freedom for the expressions through educations. You're all. So going through this little bit, I would extend my speech a bit because here time is very short, even though I'm requesting for a few minutes to conclude my speech here.
Okay, carry on, please.
Of course, thank you so much. So the question is what actually the providing quality educations. In having quality education, the teachers and students collaboration is important, and these flat social medias are helping us. You are finding the quality teachers from developed to developing countries. Means you are knowing the realities, what's the problem facing living of developing countries. In developing countries, there is a shortage of the teachers. There is a shortage of quality students and quality education as well. So we teachers team, we expert team, suggesting to the government and all stakeholders that we should create a single platform so that we can find the quality teachers who are spread it everywhere in the world, in the university or in the college or the schools, wherever. So we need these days the English teachers. Similarly, we need the other subject teachers so that they can transform our students, so that they uplift our students in a very, high level. So these days, we want to see the quality products, and they need a quality resources for managing the sustainable education institutions. These days, the access of education needed to fulfill the demands of the society. We're exploring the human resources. There is a critical situations that we see there. The teaching industry and educational materials, education methods, everywhere there is a need of innovations that may strengthen to the teachers and the learners. So this program has a greater importance when we see that its impact on global medias and literacy, right? So this world has never been more complex and unpredictable. We are to be equipped and prepared to be able to thrive in constantly changing and increasing complex environment. The lecturer or the teachers should have to be equipped. The participants in the class must be equipped with the skills, tools, methods, as well as the mindset, so that they can lead, they can handle the changing context. They may feel the complex environment at the existing, places. That's why the empowering practice is not an easy task. We all learners, we all practitioners, we all, scientists should be confident and must create a very benevolent leaders to adapt the change, and they should be creative, and they should be also the perfect teacher as well as the resources. So this media is helping to be connected these days. We are finding students, we are finding teachers, we are finding so many speakers. So this type of business and this type of work is connecting our not only the language or communication, something that we have understand. It's also featuring our art as well as pulses, our voice, how we are empowered, and how actually we are ignoring the informations, how we are understanding the informations, how we are harmonizing our understanding as well, and personal connectivity. These are the major achievements these days. Maybe there is a challenging to have or to find for all students case of this test. Okay, thank you so much for hearing my short speech. It's a very short time, having a little bit limited time. I try to complete my speech. Thank you so much for hearing me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rudra. Thank you very much. Just a minute.
Thank you so much.
It was really nice to listen to you. There is no doubt that only because of media literacy, we can, join together on one platform. And this is, Global Education Network is one of those platforms whose founder is Mr. Mohiuddin, who has provided us with this opportunity to get together under one umbrella and share our thoughts, our strategies, our novel ideas, only because of this media platform. Otherwise, we can never do that without the help of this media devices, or what should I say, without media literacy. And teachers are really the one of the key features, or one of the key personalities who can bring the change among the society. And they are the change maker. They can make their students the leaders who can learn all these things. I mean, one of the most important one of the most important 21st century skills, that is digital literacy. Without it, we can never be successful nowadays in education field even. So thank you very much, Dr. Rudra. And now I would like to call my dear friend from Brazil. And I really wanted to listen to her. I really wanted to collect her data, her bio before her, before this session. But now she is in front of us, and she would definitely tell us what does she do, where she's working, and what is her, professional career. Vilma, over to you.
Hello, everyone. Good morning from Brazil. It's a great pleasure being here in this platform. I'm so thankful. Thank you, dear Karina and dear Mahadin, for inviting me. It's a great pleasure. Well, I'm Vilma Barbosa from Brazil. I'm an international English teacher, and I've been working hard recently about different projects. And today I am so happy to be here representing Jam. And I'm really, really happy that the topic that we're talking today is something that we are using here in Brazil as well. 2 days ago, I was in a conference here in Brazil about this topic, and I am thrilled about the idea that here in Brazil, we are doing what all the world is doing. And in this amazing platform, we have the opportunity to share. Oh, someone is there sharing. Just a second. I think someone is sharing. I'm gonna share something really fast. Then, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just telling really fast. So I am a member of BPW, and this week we were just talking about this here in Brazil, and I'm so happy that we have the chance because other countries I can see that are some years ahead, I can say, and then they are thinking about these, about media and information literacy. And I am so happy that this week I had the opportunity to talk about this here in Brazil. And then I was showing the way we can use media and information literacy in our class now. I know that this is a great idea for the future, and UNESCO is really worried, and many platforms worried about working on that. But sometimes people are worried, well, how can I use this in the real world? And then I know I have just some few minutes, but I'm gonna tell you how you can use this in your classroom to make it true. And the first thing is using the real activities that you use in the book, bring it to real life and work values with your students. So something that we do.
Please switch off your, please
I
mute
guess
your,
someone is talking around there.
yeah. Mr. Mohyuddin, please mute your, yes, yes, Vilma.
Okay. Sorry. Well, so what should we do as teachers to use literacy, digital literacy in our classrooms? So the best way is working with our students with projects where we can make them collaborate with different countries, different people from different countries, and then we can develop with them many new ideas and many values. Here we are in a project with many different countries, and I am so proud of being here in this project. Thank you, dear Brenda, for inviting us. And here we are working values with them. For example, in the first week, they are supposed to introduce themselves. So even the students that you have in basic level, you can bring them to the international field to talk about themselves. And this they learn from verb to be and simple present that they learn the first weeks of learning English. So they are supposed to talk about themselves and they will be learning about different people. Let me show you here. So my students, even from basic level, they are communicating with people from different countries and they are using the basic level. This way, we are using the media, we are bringing the literacy, we are teaching them to use the media for good purpose. Because these days, you know that our kids, they are in front of the cell phone all the time, playing on TikTok and on Instagram and playing games. But when we teachers, when we guide them to work in a good way, then they learn that they can use the internet to learn more about different countries, learn more about different people. And even if your students have basic level, they can do this. These are my students from basic level, and they are communicating with students from many different countries. They are reading about them, they are communicating, and they are using their English in real life. And one important thing, one of the most important thing is that we work values with our students. Here we have, for example, in the second week, students were working about kindness and honesty. So it's really important that we work with projects with our students to show about kindness and honesty. And this way they will be learning about different countries, different cultures, and learning how to respect. Then we also work about friendship, bullying, and the mental health are really important topics these days, mainly after the pandemic. Empathy and helping others. Okay, here. And then we can and we should use the internet these days to communicate with people around the world. And when we bring our students to these projects, they become aware of different cultures, they become aware of different people around the world, different religions, different costumes. And when we teach them to respect their own culture and other culture, we are making them better human beings because they will respect their culture here in Brazil, for example, and they will respect the way you think in China, the way you think in India, in Pakistan. And as we have different ways of living, different ways of thinking, and when we bring then our students to communicate with people from many different countries, to learn about them, to respect about the way they live there, we are creating better human beings. And I can see that it's all about this, using the internet these days, making them aware about bullying, about how to respect others, and mainly bullying. We have to show our students how to behave and how to communicate if they are having problems about bullying, about any problems on the internet. And one of the most important things, here we have many projects, but one that I like more is making our students independent and making our students comfortable to communicate in English with other people from different countries, and empowering our students to come and to talk about themselves and to represent their countries. And then with the internet, we can make our students more empowered to communicate, working about different projects, making them worry about the people in other countries, and realize that sometimes they complain about their lives, but if we think about other people in other countries, maybe they are suffering, maybe they have some problems there, and then this way we are learning to communicate with others and to worry about them. For example, these days we've heard that in Philippines people there are suffering, and then when we have the opportunity to communicate with them and check how they are living and if they need something, and then show our students that they have to learn about the different realities in different countries. And then this is why the literacy is for empowering our students, bringing them to international platforms and making them international speakers, making them international human beings. This way they will be aware of what is happening around the world, and they will be using the internet to communicate with other people, and they will be more confident to communicate. And I am so thankful for having the opportunity to bring students to the international field. I can realize that this way they are more confident to communicate in English. They are more confident to communicate at school when they have to present their activities. They are more confident to communicate even in Portuguese in the workplace. And this is all because of the communication, all because of the internet, all because of the information literacy. And then that's really important, but we have to guide as teachers and mentors. And the best thing is that we empower our students and we show them that yes, they are able to communicate with the world. And today I brought with me one of my students, and this is the first time that she's in international field, but I am so proud of her, so proud of the hard work that she has been doing in our classroom. And I'm sure that you're gonna love her. I'd like to introduce you, Stella, to talk a little bit the about this topic. And unfortunately, the time is a little short, then we don't have much time to talk about it. But I can see that this topic is really, really important. And we have a great power in our hands as teachers and instructors. We have the power to change our students' lives to communication, to the internet. And then as mentors, we have the power to guide them to do the right use of it. So, dear Stella, the floor is all yours. We are eager to hear you. Are you there?
Hello, my name is Stella, and I'm here to talk about the topic. So, since I was a little kid, I grew up with the technologies. We always had study with technologies. I loved to study about technologies, and maybe I can say it's one of my favorite things to make, studying about. I love so much reading on the internet. I love so much of introducing my friends on the internet because they're always a little shy to do it. But I always loved playing games with people from another country, and I always love it bringing into school because I think it's a bit boring to just sit in here and talk about the topic and finishing in a book and just writing on your notebook. I really like to suggest my teachers a film or some topic or some documentary. And I love so much being in this opportunity to bring into another countries because I love so much speaking English. I am so proud of myself on all this time and trying to. I love so much practicing with my friends from other countries. I had friends from Russia, from Italy, from Germany, and I can say the technologies in school and a lot of another projects is helping so much everyone that we can do so much more and talk with so much people and learn about so much things or cultures and so much topics. It's a real new world for everyone. I can say it's one of my favorite things, studying on internet, on bringing internet topics to my class, on bringing some discussions about it, and maybe I can say it's I'm proud of my English, and I'm proud of sharing with my friends, because it's not a ways we can have this opportunity of bringing to another's one of my cultures. I am very proud of being here. I'm very proud of sharing with my friends of Brazil. I'm very proud of being Vilma's student because she's amazing. She's the most perfect teacher I could have ever had. So one of the things I could say to finish it, it's I love studying with technologies. I would suggest to everyone to bring more technologies every time we can.
Thank you very much, Stella. It's really inspiring. Your communication is very well. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. And there is no doubt, yeah, clapping for you. Yeah, of course. All right. The combination of communication and digital literacy is the key to success in the world. There is no doubt. Wilma, thank you so much for your participation too. And introducing us your student Stella here on this platform. Thank you very much once again. Same here. Okay, so now I would like to invite our next guest speaker. He is Mihail Stanescu from Romania. Yes, Mihail, are you there?
Hello everyone, I'm here. Sorry for delay, but I had some problem with Zoom platform.
Okay. I would like to introduce you on this platform. I have his introduction. Mihail has studied computer science at University Polytechnica, and recently he has finished his teaching module. He has deep interest in science and the world. I mean, the connection of science with the world. Right? Am I right, Mihail?
Yes. So right.
Great.
Yes.
That's great. Okay, he won gold medal in international competition, IFest, to Tunisia.
Yes,
and
this year.
That promoted SDG goals and diversity projects. Right? Over to you, Mihail. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I will share my screen. I will try to have the sharing.
Sure.
Okay, so do you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
So in this presentation, I want this topic, okay, the use of new technology and media literacy in school. I want to see this like a vision in education is something like what will happen in the next few years, because as we can observe, we are in the fourth industrial revolution about IT area. And I think in the next years, it will be developed a lot. So let's start. First, I want to open this session with an interesting quote of an important Romanian person, Corneliu Coposu, a Romanian senator in post-communist period, who said, "Whoever forgets the past risks repeating it." So I think it's very interesting because, okay, we are building the future using what we have in present, but also is something like, okay, let's try don't to make again the same mistake. I think it's very interesting to have some reflective moments about this. Now, some interesting facts about Romanian education in present. First of all, about primary education. It is about kindergarten for 7 years, and it takes for 4 years. For the entire public school, life education will be free, although students may be required to pay for supplementary materials and uniforms like auxiliary books. Another one, it's about middle education, which is called gymnasium, where the first time students receive exact marks as opposite to the grades. And it's very interesting because you study a lot of interesting for general knowledge. Another one, which I think is very interesting, it's about vocational education, because okay, maybe you don't like natural science, or you don't like so much math, but you can follow interesting jobs, let's say, something before the jobs, vocational training. And not a list about tertiary education, universities enjoy a high level of administrative independence with own rules for admission, examination, and graduation. Now, let's start to see some visions which can be in the future. First one, it's about, as you can observe, about technology, artificial intelligence, and robotics. And okay, we are talking about education. Also, after education, always come to jobs. So it's also about employment. The person of jobs requiring artificial intelligence skills grown 4 times from 2013 by 2030. All industry will use AI and robotics, especially in the field of marketing and sales. That means that traditional jobs as customer service may disappear. Or, as you can see in these pictures, maybe we can make team with robotics, like in medical area. For example, when you have some most important surgeries where you need more attention or more details, you can have a good team with a robotic, something like that. Now, about the next vision, can be about global giants, because with the internet playing a prominent role in our lives, globalization barriers have been removed when it comes to education technology. Personalized experience in education will be created, and global giants and multinational companies will most likely invest in education and educational technology. As you can see, okay, it was the pandemic period. The way about how to communicate all around the world was developed a lot. And I think it's very important, this type of diversity, and using some social media, Facebook, Instagram. Now we are using Zoom. But about, again, let's try to think more about employment. Also, one of the most popular, it's about LinkedIn, where, okay, global giants can offer you not only jobs, but also can offer to you some specialization courses and so on. And I think it's very interesting, and it still will be developing this criteria. And now about the last vision, in my opinion, can be about learning management system in the future. In my opinion, always management can be a hard tool. For example, I think always for everybody is a problem about time management, in my opinion. So the most important thing in this vision is about to make sure everyone in the education field is working towards a better future. And all of this with the help of technology. Educational technology is a key to better collaboration in education and thus a better future for us and our children. As we can see, okay, general education and future education, something like that. And in my opinion, it's very important to have this type of management, like as I said previously, time management, but also management about leadership, management in general, let's say, and not a least about teamwork and another interesting fact like that. And in the final, I want to finish with a personal quote. And it is like, live the present, but without forget the main moments from the past. And also thinking, what can you do in the future to be glorious? Okay, it was a very interesting conference, but I think it's very interesting to have also a vision about what happened in the future using what we have today and what were the mistakes from previous period to know about how to have a very big rate of success, grade of success. Okay, thanks for our audience. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And now if there are questions, I'm ready to answer. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for this much wonderful presentation. Because of the weak internet, I couldn't listen, a little bit of your presentation, but overall it was wonderful. Thank you very much. We could have the questions at the end of the full session, okay?
Okay, yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So now I have the honor to call Mr. Andres Rodriguez from Ecuador. Have I pronounced your name correctly? Mr. Andres
Hello, dear Andres. Please unmute yourself.
Rodriguez. Are you there?
He joined the
Hello.
class, but I think he now working another side. Okay.
Hello. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, but
Okay.
and that's Rodriguez. I think faced internet problem. Any speaker after this?
Okay. Actually, there is a little bit internet problem, Mr. Mohijuddin. I have called Mr. Andres, if he is there.
No, he is not now. I think he
Okay.
is to
Okay. So,
the
so we have the honor to have a guest speaker from Malaysia, Fadzila.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
thank you.
Yes, Assalamualaikum. Hello and
Walaikum assalam.
good evening, everyone. Okay, permit me to share my slide. Okay.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, all right.
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, my name is Fazila Muhammad Osman from Malaysia. I'm a library and media teacher from one of the government school in Malaysia. Okay, so what is media and information literacy? It is a combination of knowledge, attitude, skills, and practices required to access, analyze, evaluate, use, produce, and communicate information and knowledge in creative, legal, and ethical ways that respect human rights. Okay, so I would like to share my activity that has a connection to the media and information literacy. My project is quite similar to Vilma's project. So it is called Global Connection, a Global Connection project using Skype and Microsoft Teams application. So the objective of my project is to connect my students with educators, experts, and students through global learning and collaboration activities within and outside of Malaysia. Okay, and in this way, we will be applying the 21st century learning, build students' confidence to interact in English, and to expose students to the 6 C's. That is character education, citizenship, communication, critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration, and creativity. So this is, I have refurbished an empty room into a special global connection room for my activities. So as you can see here, pictures of my global connection room. So we also, in this slide, we also invited the Microsoft Education Lead of Malaysia to officiate our special room, as you can see in this picture. Okay. One of the activities that we did was a puppet show live with 3 other schools in Malaysia. The students have the chance to share their expertise with students from other schools. And next, we also did a batik painting activity, which we shared with several schools. Batik is a Malaysian traditional form of art. Okay, so the project was live to a school in India and also in Thailand. So we also shared our batik art to other countries such as Romania, Russia, Hungary, Italy, Tunisia, and Netherlands. So in this project, we did a Skype a scientist with Dr. Killiam. Dr. Killiam, who is an expert in giant clam in the Red Sea. So the student asked many questions to know more about the clams. So, and we also did a Skype connection with a teacher in Brazil to know more about the country and its culture. So it was nighttime in Brazil, so we managed to Skype with only the teacher, but not the students. But it was a well-educated session. And next, in Microsoft Global Learning Connection, we had the opportunity to share to the world our traditional dance. As you can see here, the pictures of our activity. And also, we did a demonstration on cooking our Malaysian favorite nasi goreng or fried rice. One of the teacher and a student from Japan tried our recipe and they love it very much. So, and in this one, we also did we did a cultural exchange with a Taiwan school. So I think this with one of I think from Taipei Wanfu Elementary School. So we did a cultural exchange and it was a very good project. And so deforestation and afforestation is a project we did with one of the school in India, with Sacred Heart School India. So the student learned a lot about deforestation and afforestation in this project. During the COVID-19 pandemic, schools in Malaysia were closed, but we managed to do a collaboration from our homes with students from a school in Malaysia and also from Morocco. We did a project on plastic pollution. My project was highlighted in a mainstream newspaper in Malaysia and also in Microsoft News Online. So as you can see here, okay. So, and our activities were highlighted in the Microsoft Malaysia News Center. And that is all from me. Thank you so much. Happy Global Media and Information Literacy Week. So thank you so much for having me. Okay, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam Fazila. It was really nice to listen to you. There is no doubt that only due to media literacy, we have made a lot of collaboration. I recently collaborated with India, with UAE and with Argentina. So with various cultures, religion, as Vilma has said, that through these collaborations, we learn a lot from, about others' languages, cultures, and we exchange our ideas and thoughts as well. There is no doubt. Thank you very much for this much wonderful presentation. I do have the problem of internet today, as we have been, discussing the same topic, but I don't know why today I have been facing the problem. So still, I'm going to introduce our next guest speaker, who is Mr. Hamdan. I'm sorry, Mr. Hamdan Al Anazat from Jordan.
Yes.
Is Mr. Hamdan with us?
Yes, I am here. Okay, do you hear me?
Okay. Okay, Hamdan, I would like to tell you that I'm really happy to introduce you because this is my son's name, my own son's name. It's a pleasure to introduce you on this platform.
Okay, I'm very happy to be with you today. My name is Hamdan Al Anazat from Amman, Jordan. Sorry, I am assistant professor at Balqa Applied University. I am a management information systems professor. I'm very happy to be with you today. The title of this meeting or platform or what you call it is very attractive, but I'm here to ask some questions for all people who have interesting in these topics which related to the information technology and how it is will operate, manage, introduce, go to the future with this technology. We must make some of cornerstone of thinking. All of this technology is coming to facilitate the message between the sender and the receiver, which is maybe come to be a classroom, online classroom, and anything related to the e-learning and information technology exchange between the sender and the receiver. We have one question. Who manage, who market these tools, who all the time have the ability to manage and make what he want to, or how this sender and receiver using this tool. So we are talking about the big or the very big companies, right, like Microsoft and you know all of them, Google and so on. All of them are a capitalism polar, and they are using us as a market. So maybe we are very happy because this technology facilitates our life in teaching, learning, having skills, having new ideas and new people. But you must know you are just a customer, whatever, if you are a university or a big organization. This is the first cornerstone. The second cornerstone, I think, it's related to the user of this information technology facilities. So why we are using this information technology facilities? To gain access, learn new things, facilitate the collaboration between the teacher and the student and so on. But we must know, once we have this technology, we lost a lot of things related to the teaching. In our Arab heritage, we have some words says that the science cannot come or cannot be taken even from scientists. So the eye contact, body language in this technology are lost. Even if you have videos, still the body language is not immediately come. It will be managed before any session, before anything. So as a user for this information technology facilities, you must be very careful in using them, because there is a lot of people all the time says that I know, but they do not know. Or sometimes they jump to the in these organizations to give sessions, to give permissions, and so on. Away from this side of, or the dark side of this point, we must know as a learner or someone who wants to take some skills, you must be careful when using this. If we go back to the origin of this process, the sender and receiver, I think the technology that facilitates the message between the sender and the receiver is developed in a very fast way. And I am seeing all learning organization, are trying to hurry up and walk behind this technology, this development. And most of the effort is go to have this technology to follow the others. And there is what we call it, the innovation or the new ideas that not come. It is all we are using now Zoom to collaborate and to work and to see each other. It's very easy and it is very efficient. But if we imagine that meeting is made in a traditional way in a classroom, I think the collaboration will be very more better than this. So the technology now is heading and leading all of the process. We must ask ourselves who developed this technology. We go back to the first point, the capitalizations, and all of them are looking to us as a customers. Okay, it's very good. We have a benefit, and beneficially, all of us are satisfied. But they do not secure, or maybe this is a meeting, and the meeting is controlled by the Google Zooms or Zoom from Google. And if every word we say it, every word is in the chatting is on the servers of the Google, and the artificial intelligence working on it. So I think there is no privacy, no. They use us as a source of data all the time. When you listen to my words that anyone says that why you are looking for this in this way, but this is the reality. And in the future, I think the facilitating tools will be available for all. Once we have a new waves of technology, that technology is like the sea waves. So once this waves is finished, I think another technology will come, another facilitating tools will come. So if we are waste our time to learn this new tools and technology, all the time we must have or know or learn new technologies and so on. So the content of the messages between the sender and the receivers, I think it is shrinking by time, and a new novel ideas, these discussions, I think it will be more and more shrinking. This is what I want to say this today. I'm very happy to see you, and I am very sorry because this kind of looking to this to the topic, and I hope I will be with you in another time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello.
I'm finished.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Hamdan. Whatever you have said, a little bit I have listened, and again, I missed a few points. But as far as the cybersecurity is concerned and the threats are concerned, you are absolutely right. But we cannot deny, even instead of all these fears and the threats, the importance of media, literacy and internet and all that, because it has really changed the world into the global world. And this is one of the examples that we are here together and we have been sharing our thoughts on this platform. So thank you so much once again for your insight and for giving us the insight on this particular topic. So now I would like to ask our founder, Mr. Mohijuddin, to please come in, please switch on his camera and talk to us about the session and its proceedings. Yes, Mr. Mohijuddin.
Hello, Andres Rodriguez is available now. You can call him.
Okay, okay, all right. Yeah, sure. We have the honor to have Mr. Andres Rodriguez with us. I don't know whether I have pronounced your name correctly or not. Mr. Andres, please, the floor is yours. Hello. Hello.
Yes. Hello. Hi.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Andres, are you there?
Yes, Rodriguez is here. He trying to speak with us. I think he faced internet problem. Dear
Exactly.
Rodriguez, please unmute yourself. You are now unmuted. Okay, you can speak now. Okay.
Good morning. Hello.
Okay.
Yes. Audible. Yes, you are audible.
Good morning. Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, everybody in this global community. Sorry for this inconvenience that we had, that I had here. But anyway, I want to congratulate the different topics that had connection with the literacy media and the role of the teachers, the students, and also the way that we can support, and also the things that we have learned in this period of time, you know, that after the pandemic or before the pandemic, and also before the time. So I want to start first showing that the literacy in this time in the online sessions had become very productive in different forms. There are many reasons, but particularly is that the direct and the tangible form that the applications and different websites offer to students and teachers in order to communicate in written form and also in oral form. basically, the role of the teacher is the one to facilitate all the tools, the information, data, okay? So ironically, it was believed that the technology or the new forms of technology were basically only the factors that stimulate and provoke good reactions in a student's behavior. For example, the use of social media in communication with teachers, parents, and students. It occasionally has some good results because the communication is real and you have that interaction and you can upload, present, and share different things, no? Another example is the use of blogs or other websites when you can share with your students in Google Docs and they can got access with permissions that you only can give them for the group of people that you are in charge. That's so good because only the group of people that you are in charge, they can go through to the documents that you are sharing. So we can name and list the different advantages of new technologies bring to our online sessions. Otherwise, we need to keep in mind that there are some points that we have to reinforce, that we need to improve, we need to take advantage, no? Because technology is also a tool, yes? And the tool depends on many factors. Sometimes things that we cannot control, they are out of our control. For example, interference, lack of connectivity, there is problem. That's real. That's real. So it happened. It happened suddenly. Even teachers suffer this problem. So things that are out of control, I think that we can also manage asynchronically. And also we have another benefit because when we control benefits about asynchronous classes, for example, recordings, um, audios that you can record in your platform, students can easily watch, they can learn, they can study on their own pace, okay? So I think that's another benefit that we can use, no? When we have to deal with some problems. The question is, how productive can be the use of these platforms or applications in classes, no? In the hybrid classes, in face-to-face or online classes, no? Well, conclusions determine that during the pandemic, there were some places or some countries where the technology supported a lot, okay? Especially in countries where the technology was working so hard and the students couldn't be able to get access to these platforms. And they were doing this before the pandemic. Remember that they were doing some courses, majoring universities, distance studying, distance learning. So it was not a problem for them. Otherwise, there were some countries that they had out of control the use of the technology. For example, it was a big problem with the students. When they don't have connectivity in rural areas or places where you don't have enough connectivity with the Wi-Fi on the internet for educational purpose, it was a big problem because teachers had to deal with the student who cannot attend to classes, online classes, or even real classes, face-to-face. So that's what I mentioned before, that the use of asynchronous classes, like videos, recordings, can support, okay, for the ones that cannot attend to classes, no? So the instrument of the technology in this, it depends on our hands, on the way that we can use. So Some recommendations that we can also give to teachers in general is about the flexibility, okay? So, and we are strong in resilience, okay, during this time. So after pandemic, I've demonstrated that we can combine both modalities, hybrid, online. Some universities use both, or some of them use only one. But occasionally we return to the online when there are some accepted cases that the students cannot attend or they have some problems. I think those modalities can be used good because it depends on the way the teacher is the person that we can agree that is a person that determine the way that how can we use the technology and support to their students. So it's recommendable for teachers to train, to keep working hard and learn how to conduct their classes or research in both modalities. They combine both. So there are many myths about the use of the role of the technology, but it's arguable because at the end, it depends the way that we are working in favor of our students in these sessions. So technology brings positive things in the role of our as teachers, as educators, and our students expect obviously that we can give our best. So roles, as for the role of facilitator, we must bring to classes. We need to encourage our students to be more inquired. They are inquiring all the time. They use the tools in order to be skeptical, to have curiosity, to do the research. And obviously the teacher can facilitate it in different ways. How leadership works, how does leadership works in this aspect? Well, as I mentioned before, the applications and the use of different digital applications, forms that we have in the social medias, they help us to share with our students in order to have a real communication. So that's an evidence of resource that we can have for getting better our communication and the use of the technology in real education. So in order to give some recommendations, teachers, keep learning more about digital citizens, keep reading about the different storytelling, no? You know, storytelling is also one of the forms of methodologies that the students can use in class, no? Especially when we are in a large group of students, no? So we can use in favor of getting better communication, and they can improve in different real skills that they are going to use in the future, no? As century skill students. So those skills are going to be learned, are going to be used in a real world. So dissertation, public speaking, the use of the technology with respect, and also with honesty, integrity, and other values that we can adapt in our curriculum, okay? We can integrate in the core of the curriculum values and also the knowledge and the skills that we expect that our students have good results when they are going to postgraduate in real life. And this is a broad vision of how we can use the technology in favor of our education as an instrument of improvement. Okay, so this topic about how the technology can embrace the way that we can improve is a stance, is too long, but I admire the way that my colleagues, they introduce in different areas, okay, how these technologies can work in favor of our education. And I also bring this insight in order to collaborate with the vision of this global community. So I bring my expectations. I'm so thankful to share these ideas of this lecture. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, dear Andres, because you are our Deputy Director of North America. Thanks to your great presentation. I know that there are no speaker, another speaker in this session. So this is time to end our today's session. Our moderator faced internet problem. She is not with us now. Just I want to say thanks to all our today's all of attendance, and all of attendance was very great and very attentive in our session. If anyone have any question, you can say, dear all of attendance. Have anyone a question about our today's session to our all of the speakers? Hello. I think no question from our any attendance. We have put our attendance link in our Zoom chat box. So please fill this form if you want to get certificate. And just I want to give thanks again all of our speaker. All of our speaker was very great, and our this session is very informative and very learned session with us. Okay, thanks to our today's honorable moderator, and we know that our this session for today is our second and last session. So global media literacy week session already end by this session. Okay, so just I want to thanks all of the speaker and our today's honorable moderator, our organizing team, our global coordinator Corina Shusdia, and all of our today's attendance. Thanks to all. Okay, now we can say goodbye. Okay.